Guys, I'm turning 5 years old. Hey guys, it's Megan. Today is a very special video because, okay, this sounds so weird with the headphones on. I am turning 5 years old, my YouTube channel, that is. This is crazy. I've been on YouTube since 2020. Today is exactly 5 years. As you can see, let's look at our date on here. Yep, May 31st, exactly 5 years since I posted my first video. This was like during COVID times. That's how I discovered YouTube. And then I started my own YouTube channel because I was bored. And then I had a baby and got really busy, or else I probably would have posted a whole lot more. Anyway, today I thought it would be fun. And also, by the way, it's not only celebrating my 5th year anniversary, but also right here, I'm about to hit 3,000 subscribers, probably like by the time this video goes up. So that is crazy. I thought I'd get like 10 ever. And yet here we are. I've come a long way. Speaking of coming a long way, let's go back and look at this first ever video. So of course, I didn't really start out with too many library videos. I started out as a booktube channel and then I changed my name. I was Manuscripts, Music, and More. Now here we are. I'm School Library Talk with Megan. And so the first, the first video I ever did was June TBR, What Does a Librarian Read? And I wanted to have everything ready to go when I posted this. So I'd already made like a banner for my channel. I think I already had a couple videos filmed, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty bad. Look at this. Look at this face. Like I started out kind of cringy. I also was always filming on my computer instead of my phone. So I feel like, I don't know, the quality is not as good. In fact, it's the same web camera. It's this little Logitech 1080p webcam thing that I got for free at like a training from school. So, you know, and then I had like this big blue snowball mic, which I mean, is probably maybe better than this one. I don't know. This one, I'm just trying this out. This is a random one that my husband and I bought for karaoke. Long story. Okay, let's watch this video. It's going to be kind of cringy. I don't know if we'll include the whole thing, but you know, let's just see. Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be talking to you about what books I plan on reading in June as a librarian. I'm going to be telling you 3 things about these books.
I did not.
First, why I want to read that book in the first place. Secondly, what I already know about that book without any spoilers. And 3, I'm going to try to predict how many stars I will give the book so that we can see at the end of June if I was correct. Okay, so when I first started YouTube, I did have the idea to kind of structure my, wrap-ups and TBRs and stuff, and I liked that idea still, instead of just being like, oh, let me just talk about the book. I was going to do why I wanted to read it, what I already know about it, predict the rating. And I think I continued that for a while and then I just gave up because the editing took too long. Honestly, I used to use Adobe Premiere to edit all my videos because I had access to it, but it was kind of hard to use. I was not proficient at Adobe. In fact, I was just beginning to learn how to use it right when I decided to just use iMovie, because for time's sake, basically, was why I switched over to iMovie. But this was a good idea in theory. But I wanted to highlight like each part that I was on. So you'll see in a minute, I think I do that. But anyway, let's see. So the first book that I plan on reading is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. So this is like baby Megan here? And I've already read this book before. No, I haven't. Why did I say that? I've not read this book before. I've read the series before. Oh, this is already starting off badly. Okay. So maybe I won't even cut that out. So I've actually read the first 3 books in the series before.
Okay, I was already trying to be funny.
A Court of Thorns and Roses. Wow, that is also the first time I've said that correctly, by the way. So I've read the first 3
I did a cut. I didn't even know if I had cuts. I was like, did I even know how to edit?
A while before I read this 4th little novella. It's really not in the actual trilogy. It's more like a little novella. But I did that on purpose because I felt like the first 3 really went downhill. Like the first 2 were really, really good and you should totally read them. The third one was A Court of... Oh gosh, I always forget. A Court of Wings and Ruin. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe don't read A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's not that good. I think this is like I was literally first getting into like popular books and thought it was good. And it's really not that good. So that's just kind of funny that I thought it was good.
But I know it's supposed to lead into a new series eventually. So this is something.
I was very still. Like I didn't move very much. I'm like, why wasn't I? I mean, not that I have to be moving all around, but I was just kind of sitting there.
Assuming some plot stuff, conflict, whatever is going to happen. I'm not really sure. But if you don't know anything about the rest of the series, it started off almost like a Beauty and the Woods.
Summarizing. Anyway,
and there really kind of stars goes. I predict that I will give this probably 3.5 stars. I think it'll be a lot better than...
It was a terrible book. Also, my complexion was really good. Like my skin looked really good there. I don't know what I was doing. Probably, not having a child, I guess. I don't know. My skincare was on point. I think maybe I was eating really healthy during the pandemic. I don't know.
the third book of the original series.
Okay, let's move on to the next book.
This random book I picked up.
Oh yeah, okay, you know what we could do now? We could just try to go through and see, like, did I actually read these books? Did I like them? Would I ever read these kinds of books now? No. In fact, well, I say I would never read the kind of book like Court of Mist and Fury or Court of whatever, Frost and Starlight and stuff. But honestly, I'm reading Quicksilver right now, so I mean, I'd be hypocritical if I said I would never have read that kind of thing ever again. But The Beautiful, yeah, this book was, I think, young adult, and it was about vampires, and it was terrible, and never would I probably pick up something like that now. I've learned my lesson. Also, can we just give a shout out real quick to the background of this video, because I was in the old library, but of course I love my new library. So, but yep, there I was. So many videos in the old library.
Up from our
I still have the same
library.
shirt.
So it's called The Beautiful by Renee Audi.
My hair looked thin.
The thing about all of this
just
genre in the world, isn't it? So I'll be interested going on and more. So I'm gonna predict I will give this one a 4. I don't know. I really don't even know.
I did not give it a 4. I DNF'd it. I actually DNF'd that book. That's so funny. Also, I was I had what's it called? You know, sickness when, like, oh my gosh, I literally just forgot the name of it. Like when you're nauseous all the time when you're pregnant. Okay, I literally forgot what that's called. I'm just spacing out entirely. But anyway, that, and I was really nauseous like the entire time. Morning sickness. There we go. I was really nauseous, not just in the morning, but like for months. And I remember just being really nauseous sitting on the patio reading this book, and it was not a good time.
No, this one I have no idea so a 4.
Let's see what's next.
For sure, 100% is Cold Days by Jim Butcher.
I was doing my reread of the Dresden Files because I think the new books were about ready to come out, maybe like the 2 that were back to back. I think that's when that was. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they'd already come out. But I reread the entire series and absolutely loved, Cold Days. That's my favorite in the series. It's like number 14.
So this is in the Dresden Files
series. It's a reread.
If you've never heard of that series, it is absolutely amazing. It is one of where they Jim is called Peace Total Girl. All that I will be 15 else. Book 5, I'll book kind of if you.
Okay, I'm realizing too, I did talk quite a bit about each book, which I mean is a good thing. I think I probably don't do as good of a job now giving synopses of books, but I just, I don't have time and I don't want to talk that much. I don't think people want to hear my synopsis that much. They could just go read it. I don't know. Let me know if you want to hear more synopses of books, I guess.
Is The Diviners by Libba Bray. So
I did read The Diviners and I liked it. I actually did like The Diviners. It was good. I think I gave it 4 stars, and I think that would probably hold up now because the writing was really good. It was very clever, and I never did read the sequels, although I definitely planned to, but that's been clearly 5 years now and I've not read the sequels, but I own, I think, all of them. I think I bought them like used or something somewhere. I don't know, but I think I own all of them.
Why do I want to read this book? Well, honestly, now that I've discovered YouTube, I see a lot of YouTubers talking about this book. So,
oh yeah, this was when I was on the hype train of like, oh, everybody's talking about it, so I'm going to read it too, and therefore I must love it. And I think I tried to make myself love a lot more books than I actually really did, and I didn't really enjoy them because I just thought, well, other people are reading them. Wow, I love this face I've paused on. It's because I just thought I had to like them too, I guess. But now I've kind of found my own like niche books that are like really weird and that I do love.
I'm going to give it a chance. Also, I know that based on what I've heard about it so far, it sounds like a book I will really enjoy. So what do I already know about this book? Well, I know it's really big. It's huge. I also know that there is a sequel, possibly more than one. I think there might be a third one.
I didn't have to do much editing.
I don't know.
Not only did I not do as much editing probably on these, I also didn't wear as much I don't wear as much eye makeup now. I've cut out the eyeliner. Maybe every now and then when I film a video, I'll still put on some eyeliner, but mostly not.
So maybe you all can tell me. I'll have to look into it. But I know that I have read a book by Libba Bray before, A Great and Terrible Beauty, and it was pretty good. It was fine. So I thought I would give her another chance. But and it's set and read it last.
Let's predict the rating.
Book stars go. I have no idea. I'm thinking it's really hard when you don't know anything about the book and you've not even read this little summary because you're afraid of spoilers. So I think I would give it a 4.
I did give it a 4.
I mean, Libba Bray wasn't my favorite author before, but I only tried one book and the plot does sound really cool. It is a 4 and all does go. Just want to go right. Already first one, probably not much potential. Last book that I want to read in June is this book right here. Game of Thrones.
I didn't do the reread. Oh my gosh. I did reread Game of Thrones, but I didn't reread any of the other books in the series. I think I started this one and got maybe like 100 pages in. And then there were just too many other things to read. And that's when I realized that rereads are not for me. I've reread so few books in starting BookTube in the last 5 years because I discovered so many more books I wanted to read. And I was like, I don't have time to reread these old books. We used to, that's all I did. All I did were rereads because I just loved the same books and couldn't find new ones because I didn't have BookTube. But now I have BookTube and can find new books like all the time.
Let's see. Clash of Kings by George.
Okay. How did I end these videos?
Let's just know it's basically my favorite. It almost seems like I won't even get this many done. Okay. Maybe I'll give up on, what was it? The LIBRARIESROCK books, the Diviners. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I DNF any of these. I love these booktubing terms. I'm learning all this. I'm going to DNF this for my wrap-up video. Okay. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you later. Have a good day.
Wow, so you could see me reaching for the computer to press pause. I didn't really say bye. I just said have a good day. Interesting. Oh, and this is funny too. Of course, I had a different end screen here. It was the old library, but also I chose which videos. Now I just let YouTube choose it for me, what videos we link right here. And I have 2 now instead of just this one. But this is our old channel. Spoiler alert, my husband and I have another channel that we started way back in the day, way before I started this channel. And it was called Girlfriend Game Fails, GF squared. Because GF, Girlfriend Game Fails. And I had to play games and he would watch me play them and laugh at me because I would be so bad at them. And I thought it was hilarious. I still think it would have worked because, one, I was so bad and that's what made it funny. But his commentary was hilarious because he'd be like commenting on just how stupid I was. And I mean, it's great. So honestly, check out Girlfriend Game Fails. Maybe we can reinvigorate that channel a little bit this summer. But also I noticed, let's see, what else did I notice at the end? Oh, one thing I noticed is that I didn't really choose that many books to read. But I remember at the time thinking it was a ton because I saw all these people do wrap-ups and TBRs for 1 month and they would have like 8 books in it. And I was like, how are you reading 8 books in 1 month? I'm not even reading one book. I could read like 1 book in a month. So for me, this was actually a lot of books at the time. But compared to what everybody else was reading, I was like, I don't think I'm reading very much. And then there was that one year that I did read 100 books a couple years ago. And I was like, I'm never doing that again. I think last year I read like 50. And this year I'm going to read like 25 because I want to read the ones I actually really enjoy. I'm not going to force myself just to listen to audiobooks all the time. Okay, so 11 minutes. So that's good. I did try to keep my videos like a decent length because people don't really watch videos if they're, longer than like 10 or 15 minutes or whatever. But let's see. Do I have any comments? Oh my gosh, there's 2 comments. I can't wait to hear about the beautiful I Live in Rice. I'm super interested in that book now. Oh, that might be somebody I know. That might be like a former student from my old school potentially. Sorry about that. Some people came in the library, so I'm going to have to go here pretty soon, but I'm at the end anyway. And this was a former student of mine, I think. And I said I didn't know that she liked Anne Rice. How awesome. I think. I don't remember. Yeah, the author even wrote a note about how she loved Anne Rice as a teenager. I'm wondering if this won't be like some kind of fan fiction. It might have been, but like I said, I DNF'd the book, so who knows. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, but mostly thank you so much for watching me for 5 years. I don't know why, but let me know if you have any ideas for videos you would like, especially I know some people have asked for like specific library related videos. So if you have something that you're like, man, I'd really like to know about blank, then please let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching. Here's to another 5 years on BookTube. I can't believe, like I said, 3,000 subscribers. That is wild because I started out with like 10 and I remember thinking that was crazy to have 10 people that wanted to even watch anything that I said. So anyway, I will talk to you guys again later. Bye.